We're two sisters who believe that the purpose of life is to enjoy, create, and have fun. We believe that as humans, we can have anything we want, and things are always working out for us. Experience has taught us that the path to getting everything we want begins with ease. If you believe in miracles and happily ever after, or even if you just want to, then this is the podcast for you. Hi there, I'm your host, Kayla Rain, and welcome back to Attract It with Ease. It's been a couple of weeks, so I am happy to be back recording and releasing a new episode for you, our listeners. Thank you for being here. I want to start out today with gratitude as usual. I've had a lot going on in my life recently and so much to be grateful for. Number one, today, I am grateful for the opportunity to go camping. I love camping. And if you don't already know this about me, Dan, my fiance, has a awesome Jeep that he's built out. It's lifted. We take it off road. We get back into the backcountry. We have a rooftop tent, and it is just awesome to be able to get out into the middle of nowhere and sleep under a sky full of stars. It's Milky Way season, so we get to see the Milky Way once it comes out. And Dan is a photographer. He loves to shoot photos of the Milky Way. And it's been since last year since we camped until this last weekend, and we did get out. We camped right by a lake in this beautiful scenic area surrounded by pine trees in the mountains. And I'm so grateful that we finally got back out and that we have the opportunity to, number one, have the time to camp, number two, have the weather to camp, and number three, that we live in an area that has such scenic, beautiful places for us to camp at. The second thing I'm grateful for today is dates with Dan. I think I've mentioned this before on the podcast, but we work kind of opposite schedules these days. And so we don't get a lot of days off together. And so we go out of our way to plan time together when we do have a day off together. And we've had some incredible dates lately. And I just really appreciate it. I appreciate that time alone. I appreciate when we put planning into doing something, and it's not just nights at home sitting in front of the television or sitting playing on our phones, but we actually spend time to enjoy life around us and appreciate time together. And then the last thing that I want to list for my gratitude today is I am so grateful for expendable income. I have definitely had periods of my life where I have been tight on money. And as you know, listeners, I have been working on manifesting money. I have multiple episodes where we address manifesting money, one episode exclusively about manifesting money. And it's something that I have really been working on. And as I'm planning our wedding and our honeymoon, it's coming up, it's less than 90 days away. It's been nice to be able to feel like I can afford the things that we want, buy the accessories and fun surprises that I feel we need, and also have additional money to be able to do things like go out to dinner or buy a new t-shirt if I wanted, or whatever the case may be. I am so grateful that I feel like I have expendable income and money is always flowing to me and through me. Today, I want to talk about something that is really the foundation of everything we've talked about on all of these episodes, but it's really hit home to me the last few weeks. It's really been on my mind. And today's episode is called I, Captain, like I, Captain. When you think about a ship, everybody answers to the captain. No matter what the captain says, everybody just responds, I, Captain, meaning, yes, sir. Yes, I will do it. When you have one person that's in charge, everybody falls in line. And there is that seniority and that respect for the person that's calling the shots or making the decisions. In life, there's a captain also, and the captain of your life is you. And what I mean by that is so often we forget that we are the ones in control. And I don't just mean in control of the big things. I mean control of every little aspect of our lives. Now, we know we have control over the things we eat, the things we wear, the way we look, where we live. All of those things is kind of no brainer that we have control over that. But we forget sometimes that we actually have control over how our day goes and how things work out for us and if things work out for us. And my life has been so good recently that it's actually worked against me in the sense that I haven't focused as much on manifesting or trying to control outcomes from my life because everything's already going so well. But the problem is when you step off of the gas, when you go into cruise control, which is essentially what I've been doing, you then sometimes lose sight of the fact that you actually are in control. And it's easy to forget who we are and the power that we have. And it's so, so easy to just go into a state of going with the flow. And what I mean by that is when you're going with the flow, you're not in charge. You're not making things happen. You're just responding or reacting to the things that are happening instead of controlling the way that things happen. And I hope that that resonates with you. I hope that what I just said makes sense. Essentially, what I mean is when you're just sitting back, just, letting things happen, you may have bad things happen to you. And yeah, you might have a good attitude about it when they happen. You might say, it's going to be okay because things are always working out for me. But if you were actually in control of the situation, you could keep those bad things from actually even occurring or coming into your area of awareness. And let me give you a prime example of that. I mentioned a while back that I started a new job. I haven't really got into the details of what that is, but I actually work for a car dealership now, and I'm in management. And as you may imagine, the whole world has changed due to everything going on with COVID, and it's definitely impacted the car industry. One way that it's really impacted the car industry is just everything is taking so long with getting titles for vehicles. Meaning, if you have experienced going to the DMV, um, if you're not from the US, you may not know what that means, but it's the driver's license, motor vehicle something or other. It's basically where everybody goes to get their driver's license, is where you get your cars registered. It's where you get titles for vehicles. And it has been so backed up that for someone to get an appointment at the DMV in the US, in most states, you could be months out. So imagine how backed up they are on doing paperwork and things like titling. So the way that that impacts me and my job is that we sell cars, and sometimes it takes longer than expected for us to be able to deliver a title to someone that's purchased a vehicle. Or when we buy cars, it can take longer than expected to take that title in and get it transferred into our store's name so that we can resell that vehicle. And so the process is just taking a long, long time. And where it becomes even more challenging is when we get someone from out of state purchasing a vehicle from us, because the registration guidelines are completely different in every state. And I currently live in Nevada. You have 30 days to register your car after you buy it. But we're super close to California, and we get a lot of California shoppers. And in California, you only have 14 days to register your car. So what does all this mean? Well, it means if we can't deliver a title to someone in 14 days, if they're shopping from California, they can't register their vehicle. And what does that mean? It means we have an upset customer. So what I'm getting at is, just due to the nature of the world today, and I do believe that it will improve and things will get better, we have a lot of frustrated and unhappy customers. And it's something that is just part of my job. I'm in management, and part of my job is to address or deal with these people. But there's multiple managers at my job. There's even 3 other managers at my job that have the same job title as me. So we share responsibilities. And where I'm going with all of this is that I had a string of days of work where I just felt like it was one upset customer after another upset customer after another. And it was getting to be so overwhelming where I would just thought, oh my gosh, all my job is dealing with angry people all day. And it's frustrating and it's hard. And I was on autopilot where I sat around feeling sorry for myself. I felt like I didn't want to go into work the next day because I'd had such a rough day dealing with unhappy people. And it dawned on me, Kayla, you are the captain of your ship. You don't have to deal with angry customers. You can attract a good day. You can manifest happy people. You can manifest good outcomes. And that sounds silly in a sense because it's like, okay, well, you're bound to have some unhappy people. Yeah. But maybe those unhappy people go to my other coworkers, or maybe they're nicer to me than they would have been because I put that out into the universe. Or maybe the unhappy customer finds resolution when they talk to me and we end the conversation in a positive way. Who knows? There's different ways that that could result. But I will say, and I've said this in the past, that recently I have been more focused on making sure I set my intention going into my day. And it's something that I try to do every day, but I'll be honest, I've gotten out of the habit. Life has been so good. I've just been like, oh, wake up, just attack the day. And when I realized I was having so many rough days back to back, I thought, you know what, Kayla, you need to sit down, take some time and focus in the morning and set your intention for the day. So I've been doing that for the past few days. And I say few, it's probably been less than a week. But I wake up and I say to myself, honestly, what I say to myself is it's going to be a great day. And then I stop and correct myself and I say, it already is a great day because there's two totally different messages in those things. If it's going to be a great day, you don't have it yet. It hasn't arrived. It's still coming. And so I correct that grammar and I say, it is already a great day. It's a great day. And I lay in bed and I think about how it's a good day and how no matter what happens, I'm going to be in a good mood. And I think about how I'm going to be surrounded by happy people and I'm going to be able to help people. And I love my job. I enjoy my job. I enjoy the people that I work with. And I just think about all those thoughts and I set my intention to have a good day. And guess what? The funniest thing happened because the first day this last week that I intentionally took time to set my intention for the day, I worked by myself for a few hours and I didn't have a single angry customer. I didn't have any customer service situations that I had to deal with. And I was like, oh my gosh, this is an amazing day. This is so great because literally the last day that I had worked prior had been kind of a nightmare, it felt like. So in contrast, it was feeling really good. And the fact that I was working by myself, if there had been a situation, I would have for sure been the person dealing with that. And when I say working by myself, I don't mean literally by myself at the car lot, but essentially by myself, meaning no other managers to assist me. And then later in the day, another manager came on shift. And so we were working together and I went to lunch and I came back. And when I came back, that manager was dealing with a couple customer service situations. And he was so frustrated. And he was like, of course, the second that you leave, I'm bombarded with problems. But thankfully he had already handled them. He had control over it and I didn't have to get involved. And so he was frustrated. And I just thought to myself, oh, that's funny because I thought about how I was going to be interacting with happy people today. And that's all I have been interacting with. And I kind of thought to myself, that's kind of funny that they didn't come in until I went to lunch. And so anyway, we worked together several more hours and a couple of times the phone rang. And when the phone rang, one of us would answer. And every time I answered the phone, it was just a simple question or another department. I just dealt with easy situations. And it seemed like every time he answered the phone, he kept getting problems. And I kind of felt bad for him, but I also just realized, oh my gosh, I put that out into the universe this morning that I was going to have a good day, that it is a great day, and that I love my job. It's going to be enjoyable, and that I'm going to be able to interact with nice, happy people. And that actually ended up being my day. It was crazy. So that entire first day, I didn't have to deal with a single upset customer. Now, it would probably be unrealistic to think, oh, that's all I have to do for the rest of my life is think that I'm going to just deal with happy people and I'll never deal with someone upset again. That's not realistic. And I have had a few other days of work. And each of those days, I've set my intention. And I'll tell you, we have what's called case management. And it's when a situation escalates to the point where they call corporate. And so, of course, those are situations that managers have to get involved with and try and handle those situations. And so every day when I come on shift, I'm supposed to check case management and see if there's any concerns that need to be addressed. So I was working by myself again a couple of days ago, and I came in and there were no new cases in case management. And it was amazing. I was like, oh my gosh. I put it out there that I was not going to have any issues. In fact, I want to address that because I don't actually say I'm not going to have any issues. I'm very careful about how I word things, even when I'm saying it just in my mind, because if you remember, in prior episodes, we've talked about how the universe doesn't understand words. It only understands vibration. So I don't want to think about the things I don't want. I don't want to be thinking, I don't want this, I don't want that. I want to be thinking about what I do want and putting that vibration out there. So I'm thinking about happy people. I'm thinking about effortless, easy, fun day. And so I opened the case management. There's nothing there. I was thrilled. It was another incredible day. I actually did talk with one or two people that had some customer service situations, but they weren't very big deals. They were easy to resolve. And so it was 2 days in a row that I had these great days. So then yesterday I go into work and again, I opened my myself and I open case management and there's 3 new cases. And instantly I'm like, dun, 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 wah, wah, wah. Because I'm like, well, it was bound to happen. Here's the issues I've got to start my day with. And as I was reading about these issues or these cases, I realized they were for a completely different department in our company. And the manager of that department is out on vacation, and the person directly under her is out on bereavement. So there's really nobody in my mind that can resolve these. So I'm thinking, oh my gosh, even though this is not my department, I'm going to have to handle these issues. So I go to my boss and I ask for feedback and say, hey, here's the situation. There's these 3 new cases. I don't feel like they can wait till next week when these people get back. What do you want me to do? And my boss said, you know what, there's a couple other managers in that area and you should give it to them. It is their responsibility to resolve those. It's not ours. And I was shocked because honestly, this is going to sound crazy, but I did not think that would be something my boss would say. I thought my boss would be like, well, just go ahead and, try and take care of it. And he didn't. He basically told me you don't have to do that. And I know this sounds crazy. And I know it sounds like, oh, we have all these issues at work. I work for a huge, huge company with hundreds of locations. And so we do a lot of business. And, the amount of upset customers we have is minimal, but with the amount of cars that we sell, we do have, a handful of upset or frustrated customers. And like I said, especially due to the difficulty in getting titles and people getting their cars registered at this time. So long story short, I've really been thinking about, how we choose what happens in life. And even by not choosing, that's a choice. By choosing not to set your intention, you're choosing to go with the flow. That is a choice. By not setting your intention in the morning and saying, this is what I want, you're making the choice that life can just give you whatever it wants. And that's probably not what you want. You probably want a good day. You probably want to deal with happy people. You probably want things to work out for you. You want to be on time. You want the lights to be green when you're driving. You want short lines at the grocery store. You want to receive checks in the mail. You want all of these things. There are things we want, and we don't even think about it. We don't think about the fact that, we want to get tickets to that movie, or we want to be able to get a reservation to the sold out restaurant, or whatever the case may be. And I realize I speak in terms of life in the US, and I know we have a lot of listeners that live in other countries. So I apologize if it seems insensitive or if you don't understand some of the lingo that I say, but I'll tell you what. There are so many things that we want, and so much of life we sit around and we say, oh, I hope this, and I wish that, and I want that, and wouldn't it be nice if? And we are manifesting hope and wish and want, and wouldn't it be nice? All of those things are, I don't have, I don't have, I don't have. And we've talked about that on prior episodes, but I just keep thinking about the fact that we are captains of our life. And we should be telling the universe, this is what I want. And the universe will say, aye, aye, Captain. I got this. I got you. You said you want that? Well, guess what? I'm going to give it to you, and it's going to be better than you even imagined. And I can't tell you how many experiences I have of things that I have manifested and things that I have received. And I've said this, and I'll say it again and again and again, but 99.9% of the time when the universe gives me what I've been asking for, it gives it to me, and it's way, way better than I could have conjured up, than I could have imagined, than I could have manipulated or worked out for myself. It's always better. It's always, always better. And I say it all the time. Things are always working out for me. Things are always working out for me. And the more that I believe that, the more that it becomes true. And so you listeners, I want you to believe that things are always working out for you. I want you to know that you are the captain of your ship. And it all just requires you to bark your orders. And that probably sounds terrible, bark your orders, but guess what? All you have to do is ask for what you want. And don't ask for it like, please, oh, please, I hope, I wish, wouldn't it be nice? Ask for it as a statement. It's a great day. I'm going to come in contact with the most pleasant, nicest people. I'm going to be on time. The lights are going to be green for me. I'm going to get a surprise in the mail. I'm going to get good news today. I'm going to find out XYZ today. I'm going to talk to so-and-so today, whatever the case may be. And whatever it is that you don't want, don't think about it. Don't focus on it. Don't think thoughts like, I'm not going to get any collection calls today. Don't think that. Don't think about that. Think about what you do want. Put it out there. You don't have to verbalize it out loud, because guess what? The universe doesn't listen to what we say. The universe listens to our vibration. The universe is a vibrational universe, and it's what we're putting out. It's our thoughts. It's how we resonate. We are vibrational beings, and the way that we feel and the thoughts that we think put out an energy. We emit energy, and the universe, it matches whatever energy we're putting out. So it's not like you say, oh, I'm going to, only engage with happy people today. And the universe takes that and goes, okay, I'm going to find all the happy people. But the universe feels what happy people feels like. And the universe aligns you with people that are vibrating at that same vibration. That is what the law of attraction is. The law of attraction is taking every vibration that is put out and connecting it with a matching vibration. So it's feeling good. It's thinking happy thoughts. It's setting our intentions. It's deciding how we want our day to go before it even happens. And it's acknowledging when we get what we want, just like that first day when I decided, oh my gosh, I haven't set my intention for such a long time. I'm going to set my intention to have a great day today. It's laying in bed at night and recognizing, oh my gosh, I had such a good day in contrast to the day before. And I know it's because I put it out there that I was going to have a good day and I chose to be in a good mood. And I recognize all of the positive things that happened for me today. Folks, things are always working out for you if you believe they're always working out for you. And if you say they're always working out for you, if you're vibrating at things are always working out for me, then guess what? The universe is going to match you with things always working out for you. So that's it for this week. Our action item for our listeners, and I say "are" because Adria is still engaged in this podcast. We just haven't been able to record together in a while. But our action item this week is for you to set your intention tomorrow. Now, if you're listening to this in the morning, I'm actually going to say set your intention for today. Take a minute, turn this off, sit in a quiet place and think about what you want for today and put it out there. State it as if you already have it, as if it's already happening. The way that I worded, it's a great day. I'm going to engage with happy people. Things are always working out for me. Whatever you want, state it as if you have it. Put it out there, think about it, focus on it, and you will receive it. I'm excited to hear how things are working out for you. I'd love to hear from our listeners. We don't have a winner this week, but we do still have our giveaway for every week in 2021. We're giving away a theme bracelet that's customized with your theme word for the year. And those bracelets will be given away to each person that leaves us a review, a written review on any platform. Leave us a review. Tell us what you think of the just of the podcast. Are you getting anything out of it? Are you learning anything? And if you don't know what we mean when we say we'll customize a theme bracelet for you, go back and listen to our very first episode, episode 1, because we talk about selecting a theme word for the year. And if you aren't already aware, all of our first 10 episodes are our Jumpstart module. They're designed to go together to help you jumpstart using the law of attraction to manifest the things that you want. We have a workbook that you can download for free. It's just a PDF that you can download right from our website, attractitwithease.com. It's on the main page when you go there. Super easy. So download those first 10 episodes and download the workbook and jumpstart manifesting everything that you want. I hope you guys have a great week. It was nice being back talking to you, and I hope to talk with you soon. Good luck with setting your intention. Bye-bye.